and just to kind of backtrack for you, we've all had something.
Yeah.
You know, so I guess for the youth, or for those people out there that are searching for something, thanks for putting your story out there. You know, maybe it'll help. Maybe it won't. Yeah. Hopefully, it will.
That's what the outlook for the song personally was, just something to give my friends back home, like in New York particularly, and it's really spreading around the country. And heroin is one of the biggest things right now. It is just killing people left and right, and it starts with simple things like all these kids taking pills out of their parents' closets and stuff like that, and it's just something that I wanted to help to create a sound to try to help people pull away from it. And when I was first auditioning for the band, I thought that it was the most fitting thing for myself to write about, because I wanted them to understand that I sincerely wanted to be a part of this band and create something real. I didn't want to just write music for the sake of it. I don't want to create some fictitious story for kids that isn't something that I've experienced. Everything that I've helped write with Ryan in particular is something that I've been through and something I've seen. So I think that that's really important for kids these days, is everyone is so engulfed in their own social media and like building themselves into something that they're not, when this is real. This is the real life. These are things that you see every day. Like our country is going through turmoil, especially with something like, for instance, Ferguson, but you still have these kids who are living in La La Land, just going and taking a million selfies and not even taking the time to read the news.
Yeah. I guess it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, I guess it worked.
Yeah.
So since we're deep, let's keep digging. Christian band. Okay.
You betcha.
Yeah, and yeah. With that being said, I think I don't want to say a stigma, but the label has kind of calmed down a little bit.
Absolutely.
There was a time where, hey, we're Christian. Hey, we're a Christian.
It's
band.
not. It's not really cool to be a Christian band anymore.
When there was a time where it was what it was.
Back then, if you were on the fence, you just called yourself a Christian band.
Yeah. On the same turn, you're open about it, as we can all see.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean to you? What does that say about Fit for a King, that we're a Christian band? Other than the obvious.
Being
is it a lyrical thing? Is it a message thing? Is it a lifestyle thing? What?
I think mainly it's like being a drop of positivity. Whether someone walks away from our set with an understanding of what we were talking about or not, we're not cussing, we're not doing drugs, and I think that's something that a lot of people at these shows can get a lot from. There's a lot of people in this world that in this kind of music that are very impressionable and
Absolutely.
can tend to look up to the guys that are on stage. And if anything, if they walk away from our set, it's just that they didn't have a sense of anger or a sense of fear coming from us, more as just something relatable, something positive.
Well, I think there's a little bit of anger there.
Well, there is in terms of like it can be kind of aggressive, but not
an I hate you.
No hatred.
Yeah,
no hatred. Yeah.
I feel like the nicest part, especially as like a new member, the part that I was always most impressed about with the band is that we can sound just as heavy as anyone else, but we don't have to say F you, and we don't have to like write these ridiculous lyrics just screaming obscenities at kids and trying to get them to do something stupid, when we sound the same until you actually go and read the lyrics or hear what Ryan or myself are saying. Like you kind of come to see that, you know, there is a way to portray that same image without having to lose integrity in what you're trying to say.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, absolutely.
Yeah.
And for me, you know, I don't play an instrument. I'm a lyrics guy. I love to read the lyrics even before I listen and come to my own conclusion.
Yeah.
And I got a lot of what you guys are saying. So I mean, there's something to be said for that.
And as well as that, though, like you're saying, our daily lives, like how we view like God and everything, that is brought out lyrically as well. And like even on tour and stuff, like we don't party with other bands. Like we still hang out. We do the normal stuff, but like according to what we believe in, like we don't want to do like the things that we don't believe in. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely. And kudos to you guys for really, you know, sticking to the meat of your morals.
No, thank you.
Because there's a lot of bands that don't.
Right.
Just like getting back to, you know, X amount of years ago, where bands were calling themselves Christian bands. To me personally, I think it was a shtick.
And the majority of us would agree with you on that.
Yeah. So kids could say, "Wait, they're a Christian band, so I can buy it."
So my mom will let me buy it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, I was lucky enough. Oh, jeez, I don't know how long ago it was. Maybe in the spring that I interviewed Gideon, and I got the same kind of vibe from them that it's not just lip service. You know, and
Yeah, those guys are good dudes.
yeah, absolutely. And I'm an older guy, and there's a certain amount of respect I have for somebody who's just honest. You know, and you do this, you say this, they should meet in the middle.
Right.
Yeah.
So, cheers to you guys for meeting it in the
Thank you.
middle.
Man,
Yeah.
thanks.
Okay, enough seriousness. Enough seriousness.
Yeah.
So, if Fit for a King decides we're going to pack it in, we're going to do one last show, who's on that bill?
Oh gosh.
Under oath.
Yeah.
Gideon
I'm
would
gonna
be
make
on
Life
it.
in
Lincoln
Your Way
Park.
get back together and play.
I don't know if I
What's
want to
that?
headline and over
Called
Lincoln
Life
Park.
in Your Way.
Okay.
They're an early Christian metal band from a couple years back.
Striper.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. That's a tough one. I feel like Gideon would be a band we'd throw on there, huh?
Yeah, we'd have Gideon there.
Probably just pull out a lot of friends that you know the band's gotten to play with and have everyone come together. Kubla Khan would probably be on that bill. You know, and that's what the other nice thing is.
For today.
We don't just hang out with Christian bands,
Oh.
and we don't only obviously through this bill.
You can't.
You can see
Well-
we don't.
Because there's none left.
There's two, you and Gideon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Silent Planet. Shout out.
There it is.
Name drop.
Name dropping.
Yeah.
So, you guys are doing this tour. I'm gonna just go out on a limb, and this is probably the biggest tour you guys have done. No?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Okay, then what is?
I would say the Attila tour we did
Okay.
back last year, and
Wow,
Today
that's
tour.
that one, yeah, both of those were awesome.
Warp Tour.
Oh, we did the
Yeah,
Warp
you're
tour.
right.
Warp Tour is large.
well. Put me in my place. Thank you very much.
They
First
all
club
they
tours,
all
I
might
think,
be
for today and
what
Attila.
we have coming up.
Yeah, as far as a club tour,
We're gonna
the
wait till
Attila tour or For Today were the biggest.
Cool.
Yeah.
So this tour is going on. In a bare knuckles alley fight, who wins? Frankie or Vincent?
Well, we can't answer that question.
Yeah.
I was gonna answer it,
Not
but
taking a
they
side.
shut me up.
Yeah,
I'm taking a side.
I don't know that necessarily. That was kind of a curveball because we've already had a bare knuckles alley fight.
I'll put it this way: I'm from the area where the fist fight happened. I've heard some things about who won, but we can't answer that question.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, it's the devil's lettuce.
Yeah, it's
It's everywhere.
It's there.
Um,
Coming from the Studio A green room.
so maybe not. If Fit for a King were a sexual position, what would it be?
In a sexual position?
Yeah.
Probably missionary,
Okay.
And why?
because that sounds the most Christian. I don't know.
He
wouldn't.
Yeah.
He wouldn't pick anything.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I should say.
Not
it
on
was
camera.
Yeah.
Well, as you can see, folks, I've stumped the boys here, and they're sticking to their guns.
Yeah.
Many thoughts.
So, anything you guys would like to wrap this up with?
Well, thanks for having us,
Yes, thank you.
and thank you for everyone that's listening. Hopefully, some of your questions got answered.
And by Slave to Nothing.
Bye, Sled to Nothing. And Bob wanted to say one more thing.
Maybe not.
Or just download it.
Don't download it.
Whatever. Just come out to a show if you know.
You know the music. Come
Yeah,
out
buy the music. That's what they said.
Stay in school and listen to your parents.
Don't smoke the devil's lettuce.
The devil's lettuce.
Brian wanted to say one thing.
Chicken is good.
Oh,
As long as it's not spicy.
We're Fit for a King. Thanks for listening.